Birds of Celtic magic ride, soaring over Erin, bathed in morning light through the ancient stones, and the hawthorn's soft bloom, chasing shadows, dispelling the gloom. The old woman by the hearth, her eyes like the sea, she tells of the raven and what it can be. A message from far lands, or a soul taking flight across the deep valleys and into the night. Oh, little wings of wonder, birds of Celtic magic ride, soaring over Erin, bathed in morning light through the ancient stones, and the hawthorn's soft bloom, chasing shadows, dispelling the gloom.
Wow, few sights stir the soul. I mean, that quote just hits it, doesn't it? That feeling of awe, of seeing something truly wild and majestic. Well, that's exactly the feeling we're going to chase today as we explore some of the most amazing predators on the planet. All right, so today we're taking a trip to the Highlands of Ireland and Scotland. We're going to be looking up, way up, to meet the incredible raptors that rule those skies. And these birds, they're so much more than just hunters. They're like living, breathing connections to ancient myths. Plus, their stories are some of the most incredible comeback tales in the entire natural world. So yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, first up, let's talk about the absolute legends of the sky, the eagles. I mean, for thousands of years, these birds have been symbols of gods, of kings, of sheer power. But their story in modern times? It's a nail-biter. It's a story of being pushed right to the edge of extinction, and an amazing, hard-fought comeback.
And that's what's so incredible. When they finally came back, it wasn't just a win for conservation, you know? It was so much bigger than that. It was like a piece of history, a piece of the very soul of the landscape just came back to life. It was a symbol that wildness could return.
So if you're out there, you're looking for two absolute giants. First, the white-tailed eagle. This thing is huge. We're talking a wingspan of up to nearly 8 feet. The way to spot it is by its massive yellow beak and how it soars with these really flat, kind of plank-like wings. Then you've got the golden eagle, a little bit smaller, but just as majestic. The key giveaway for them is that they hold their wings in a shallow V shape when they soar, and their legs are feathered all the way down to their feet. Two giants, two different styles.
And you really can't overstate how incredible their comeback story is. I mean, think about this. By the early 1900s, they were totally gone from Ireland, wiped out. But then, people decided to bring them back. The Golden Eagle Project kicked off in 2001, and then the White-tailed Eagle Project followed in 2007. And the results? They've been absolutely incredible, especially for the white-tailed eagle. We're now seeing over 20 breeding pairs. They are truly back home.
But you know, it's not all about the big guys. Not by a long shot. The smaller raptors in the Highlands are every bit as impressive. Each one is a master of its own unique hunting style. Honestly, you could pretty much call them superpowers. Which of course brings us to this question. And I love this, because it sounds like a trick question, right? Something out of a superhero movie. But the answer is very, very real. 240 miles per hour. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is faster than a Formula One car at full tilt. This isn't just the fastest bird in the world. When it's in a dive, the Peregrine Falcon is the fastest living thing on planet Earth, period.
Yeah, and that incredible dive, it has a name. It's called the stoop. So what the Peregrine does is it climbs way up high, locks onto its target, folds its wings back, and just plummets. It hits his prey, usually another bird, right in midair with so much force that the collision itself is what does the job. It is the definition of an aerial ambush.
Okay, so we go from that insane, blistering speed to complete and total stillness. And that's the Kestrel's superpower. It's all about hovering. I'm sure you've seen this before, right? A bird just hanging motionless in the air, maybe by the side of the road, its head perfectly still while it scans the ground below for tiny movements. It's just incredible precision.
And then we've got the sparrowhawk. This is the master of stealth. It doesn't do the high-speed dives or the stationary hovering. Nope.
The sparrowhawk's entire game is built on one thing: surprise. It uses trees, bushes, hedgerows, anything for cover, and then just launches a lightning-fast, out-of-nowhere attack, often on small birds at a feeder. It's the ultimate woodland ambush predator.
So, we've talked about all this amazing biology, right? The incredible speed, the perfect stillness, the stealthy ambush. But here's where it gets really cool. What's absolutely fascinating is how all these things we can observe today with science connect directly back to ancient myths.
Just think about this for a second. The old Celtic myths always talked about eagles having this divine, far-seeing vision. Well, guess what? The science backs it up. Their eyesight is literally 3 to 4 times sharper than a human's. The myths called them symbols of ultimate power and sovereignty. And today, we call them apex predators, masters of their domain. Even the legends about them living for centuries, well, they can live for over 30 years in the wild, which for an animal is an incredibly long time. Those myths, they weren't just made-up stories. They were based on real, careful observation.
So when you really get down to it, seeing one of these birds in the wild means you're seeing two things at the exact same time. You're watching a masterful predator, perfectly designed by evolution. And you're also looking at a living, breathing symbol that carries thousands of years of human meaning. It's this incredible bridge between the natural world and our own culture.
And that, of course, brings us to the best part of all this. This isn't just something to read about. You can actually go out there and see these magnificent hunters for yourself. So let's talk about where you might go to do that.
All right, so where should you go? Well, if you want to see a peregrine falcon in action, the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland during the spring or summer is just an incredible spot. Now, if you're dreaming of seeing a golden eagle, Glenveigh National Park is a great bet, especially on sunny days when they love to soar. The Isle of Mull over in Scotland, that's basically Eagle Central. You can see both golden and white-tailed eagles there. And what about the kestrel? Honestly, just keep your eyes peeled along roadsides pretty much anywhere in Ireland. You're almost guaranteed to spot one hovering.
So the next time you find yourself in the Highlands and you see that unmistakable silhouette of a raptor way up in the sky, I hope you'll remember what you're actually seeing. It's not just a bird. It's a story of survival. It's a marvel of evolution. And it's a piece of ancient legend, alive and soaring in our modern world. So the only question is, when you look up, what stories will you see?